Hey, welcome to this episode of Think Business Live. Take 5 stuff to grow your business in under 5 minutes with CEO Brian Town of Michigan Creative. Brian, it's great to connect with you. You've been on Coffee with John. You've been on the show before. Let's give, everybody's getting back to the office. People are getting busier, and everybody's looking for customers. From the Michigan Creative lens, how do companies today find their perfect customer?
Yeah, I'll give you 2 things like I usually do, a really easy one and then some that takes a little more time. The easiest one is when people ask, can I just duplicate my favorite customer 1,000 times? And the answer is yeah. Yeah, you can do that. That's exactly what you should do. And so we had a customer that makes these IoT devices for glass that let things know if it's hot, cold, things like that. And he's like, man, this one company called it. They ordered like $40,000 worth of our product. And I'm like, well, let's talk to them. Let's find out who they are. Let's ask them why they chose you and why they continue to buy from you. And then let's duplicate that customer and find out where they are. What do they like? What do they read? What websites are they on? What's their title? So I want you to start there. Find out who Larry. Let's just call him Larry. Larry is our perfect customer. We love him because he does this. And this is who he is. And this is why we helped him solve his problems. So really, as you do that, they call them avatars, whatever, but it's just your favorite customer. And you're going to have multiple different ones. But before you do any of that, find out who Larry is. And then go after, well, what's the problem that Larry's dealing with?
Yeah.
And what's their pain? And how are you the only one that can help them with their problem? Because that's all people are looking for. Think of somebody who's in charge of ordering a bunch of stuff, right? He or she has been told by somebody else, hey, we got to get these parts and we got to get them from somebody that we can trust and they got to work. So you're going to make him or her look like a rock star if you can solve their problem.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So let's talk about that for a minute. So, you're solving a problem. And I think a lot of times people don't take the time to really figure out what that zoomed in problem is. Right? Because it takes a lot of planning to do what you're doing, what you're talking about. It takes a lot of, really zooming in and preparing. And I think that what I've seen is that avatar may change a little bit, especially what your avatar was before COVID. The nuances are much different post-COVID. So talk about how often you need to be just going back to the drawing board and reviewing what your avatar's likes and dislikes are.
Yeah. And that's, one of the problems is, I would just tell you like every 30 days or every 60 days, but that doesn't really do it. So if you even back up to get more granular on that, like create a 6-month plan. It's like a marketing plan, which no one has. And because the word marketing plan is like, right. It's deep and big.
Everybody needs a business plan, a marketing plan, and a recruiting plan. I wrote about that in my book, which can be downloaded for free at johndwoskin.com, The Think Big Movement, just a random plug. But it's true. You need a marketing plan. And it amazes me that people don't have that, right?
They don't.
An editorial calendar, a marketing plan, a recruiting plan. It takes 3 to 9 months to hire somebody. A business plan, a living plan. Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing about the marketing plan is it doesn't have to be the super complicated piece that you have to follow. But the problem is if you don't have one, you don't know what didn't work.
Correct.
Right. So, you just assume that whatever you didn't work. Well, no, like what didn't work about it? And so, maybe you have your avatar wrong. And so you'll go back to that and go, well, here's what we thought our avatar was. And here's how we went after it.
Yeah.
Well, you could figure out, you can go, well, you know what? I guess they weren't on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Or they don't make buying decisions on LinkedIn. So it doesn't have to be hard. Put down 6 months.
Yeah.
And then put down each week and see, this is how we're going to do this. And then you'll be able to go back and say, yes, let's keep that avatar. And then let's add in junior avatar because he or she wants to order on the phone.
I love it. I love it. I want to keep this tight in 5 minutes. Tell people how they can connect with you, Brian, at Michigan Creative.
Yeah, the best way is michigancreative.com. You can get everything you need, chat with us, email us, but you could also email me directly at brian@michigancreative with an I, michigancreative.com, or phone. I love the phone. That's what we need to get back to, 517-489-4970.
Thank community. Thanks so much. 5 minutes to grow your business. Appreciate everybody's time. Have an awesome rest of the day. Thanks, Brian.
Okay.